Right there, that's Mars, folks. It's not going behind the moon. You can see Mars right there. Mars is supposed to be transitioning behind the moon, and it's right there.
It's time for Geek Lab, and while you were sleeping, a pretty rare event happened, the occultation of Mars. What is that? Well, it's basically when Mars hides behind the moon and then comes out on the other side about an hour later or so. Now, it's pretty rare to see, especially because most of North America was able to see it unless you were in daylight like the East Coast. So most of central U.S. to the West Coast was able to see it, as well as areas of Canada. Now, we're joined here with Andrew McCarthy. He's a cosmic photographer. And Andrew, you had a little bit of difficulty getting some of these shots this morning. What's going on?
Well, it's already hard at getting up at 2 a.m. to set up a remote observatory like you see here, but it also doesn't help when the sky is completely covered in clouds. So we actually got really lucky that the clouds broke just in time to see Mars emerge from the other side of the moon. And the dark side, you see a little white speck, and that was Mars, another planet, just having aligned with the moon over the course of the last couple hours.
Awesome. Yeah, we definitely saw how hard it was to actually see it and emerge. Now, what's going on here is that the moon actually going in front of planets isn't necessarily a rare thing per se, but what's rare about it is being able to see it happening. You have daylight that plays a part of it. You have the position of where you're located in respect to the moon, and also a lot of other events that play a part of it, as well as cloud coverage per se is how we saw it this morning. But now, tomorrow, another planet is expected to be occulted by the moon, and we're talking about Jupiter. Now, if you want to see that, you better have a one-way ticket right now to get yourself to Antarctica.
Right there, that's Mars, folks. It's not going behind the moon. You can see Mars right there. Mars is supposed to be transitioning behind the moon, and it's right there. It is so cold here this morning. Yeah, there's Mars right there. It's twinkling right in behind the moon there, folks. I gotta go inside, my hands are frozen. But there's Mars, supposed to be transitioning behind the moon. It's supposed to reappear at a certain time, and of course it's behind the moon, and the moon is transparent. You can see Mars right there in the middle. All right, folks.
Next, tell us something interesting. Okay, the Earth is flat.
News! Get your news here!
Alex, what's today's news?
Doesn't matter. It's all fake.
It's a spiritual battle! A warfare between good and evil.
So it has a surface. The Holy Spirit then moves this surface, pulling it together into a sphere in the first 3 days by creating gravity, which makes the water molecules cling to each other to form first a surface and then a sphere. God then creates light